Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Dregn Durant of the SEO0088, and welcome to Explore an AI Episode 1. At least that's what we're going to be calling for now. And what's going on, Soul? Nerd? No, who's the nerd, man? I don't know. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. All right, well, we got our times a little mixed up, but it's fine. We're here at the second time slot. It's all right. We're going to move forward with it. So, what are we doing today? Did you just wake up? Sound like trash? Damn, rude. I did, though. Yeah, my throat actually is really, really rough today. Usually it's not like this in the morning. It is usually deeper in the morning, but no, it's I feel like I was coughing during the night is how I feel. So, shit, I'm worried. But gotta mow my backyard. Didn't you say that yesterday? I feel like I remember you saying something about mowing the lawn yesterday. Maybe that's my imagination. But yeah, have fun with that. We'll catch you later. All right. So, anyways, what are we doing today? Today, we're going to be looking at some more AI tools. And we're going to be looking at, well, at least the initial idea that I wanted to explore using AI tools is looking at AI tools for the purpose of character creation. So, for anyone who is a fan of, say, tabletop RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons, or perhaps you are a game developer looking to create some concept for some character for a game, or maybe you're a VTuber and you need some ideas for what direction to make a model or maybe a future model. Well, I find that AI tools might be a very interesting way to explore some of those ideas and use it for the purpose of concept, right? So that's what we're going to be doing today. So with that, let's go ahead and put our helmet on and we'll jump down and get into it. Let's go. All right. So, beautiful. Now we're going to start with ChatGPT. What up, Xavier? It's a great day to wake up late. I'm out being buried in snow today. Ooh, fun, fun. You're getting snow up there, huh? Damn. Yeah, I'm very curious. We were talking about it yesterday a little bit about how the weather should be a little interesting this year. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how everyone gets treated. Let's see here. What size should we make this? Is there a way to hide the left side? Doesn't look like it. All right, we're just probably gonna maybe leave it like this. Yeah, we'll do it like this. All right. So, if you were here yesterday, you will know what ChatGPT is, at least at a surface glance, capable of. But we're gonna try with coming up with some ideas. So, Azabiel, actually, if you're floating around, getting buried by snow, maybe you have some ideas. Give me some keywords. What kind of character should we make? Should we actually here? Well, you know what? Maybe we'll ask the AI, right? Maybe you're starting from ground zero and you have no damn clue what the hell you're doing, and we need a place to start, right? You didn't get an alert. Yeah, I guess that's weird. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that, but you're here now. It's all right. Actually, it's YouTube, so it actually helps when people have missed my live streams. It's like, oh shit, I didn't get to see the live stream. I have to go see the recap. But yeah, it's fine. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let's start with some character ideas. So what should we start with here? So we want some character ideas. What should we get chat to share with us here? Start with some character ideas using here. We'll give it a little bit of a hand using the following keywords. All right. So do we want to make a male character or a female character? You guys pick. You guys can pick the male or female. But we're gonna go with sci-fi because that's what we're all about. What else? Sci-fi. We'll go with space. What else? Start with some character ideas using the following keywords: sci-fi, space. What else? Sci-fi, space. Let's see here. Do we want to use firearms or blades? We'll go with firearms. Firearms. What else? What else? We need. Let's say the ideas. You have some high level ideas, right? So yeah, sci-fi, space. Let's go with like post like a post military guy. And lone wolf, maybe like a lone wolf type character running around on his own. Maybe somebody that a party might encounter. You rolled a die, got a 17. Determine male, female. Then rolled another one. So per dice, I got male character. Wait, how does that work? Determine male or female. I rolled d20, got a 17. Okay. Then I rolled another d20 to figure out the result. What the result means. What does that mean? Is that like you roll the dice? It's like, okay, so we're looking at a male character, and then you roll again. It's like, are you sure? Is it like dice? Are you sure? All right, so we're gonna go with the male sci-fi space post-military lone wolf. What else? Yeah, let's start with that. Let's start with that. Let's see what it says. All right, a few character ideas that incorporate the keywords you provided. So the first one that we have is a male former military officer who is now a lone wolf smuggler traveling the galaxy in his own spaceship. He may have left the military due to a difference in ideology or a desire for more independence. That I could see that. I could see that going in a direction. All right. Second one. A male space engineer who is part of a military wait, hold up. I lost my spot. A male space engineer who was part of a military controlled project to terraform a distant planet, but left after the project was abandoned. He now works as a freelancer, using his skills to repair and maintain spacecraft for various clients. I kind of like that idea too, man. Okay. So maybe he's like a traveling vagrant that goes around and just like patches shit up for whatever reason, right? All right. A male former space. Oh my god, I cannot read this morning. A male former special forces operative who now works as a mercenary for hire in the outer reaches of the galaxy. He is a skilled fighter and strategist, but has a tendency to work alone and follow his own code of ethics. That one seems a bit more generic to me. I think we're gonna skip number 3. A male scientist who was part of a military research team developing new technologies for use in space warfare. After leaving the military, he now uses his expertise to consult on civilian space exploration and colonization projects. Personally, a little less interested in a scientist character for this one, but that is an idea. And then the last one here, a male pilot who served in a military space fleet but was forced to retire after being involved in a crash that left him with injuries. He now works as a solo cargo hauler, using his knowledge of ship systems and experience navigating hazardous routes to deliver goods to distant planets. That's not a bad one. That's an interesting one. What do you guys think? Give me a number if you see one that you're interested in. Here, we'll try to get them all on screen too. All right, what are you saying over here? It's a very complex and masterful process I can't possibly explain here. Ah, shit, I hope I'm not getting sick. My throat does not feel great this morning at all. But basically, I rolled before figuring out what the number result would mean. So I rolled again with, oh, so you're using the first roll to determine like the baseline, and then the second roll has to be above or below the baseline type of a deal. Because if that's the case, I actually use the same kind of process sometimes. Yeah. I think I'm understanding it, but totally complex and well thought out method. Most people wouldn't understand. I like 2 and 5 the most. Okay, yeah, 2 and 5. The engineer and the male pilot. Yeah. No, dude, I actually do the exact same thing sometimes. I'll roll the first die because sometimes I'll even roll 3 times and like do like averages, right? So it's like you roll 3 dice, and if it's if all 3 are above, or 10 are above or 10 are below or whatever, right? That might determine the result. In some cases, yeah, like you say, you'll roll 1 to kind of determine, hey, what is the you're basically rolling the first die to determine the DC, right? Was it DC? Yeah, right? DC was it DC? Jesus, my brain. The more dice, the better. Yeah, sometimes you just got to roll more times and make your players worry, right? Which is a little difficult when it comes to online games. But you know. Yeah, exactly. Nice. All right. So, male space engineer, part of a military controlled project to terraform a distant planet, but left after the project was abandoned. Now he works as a freelancer using his skills to repair and maintain spacecraft for various clients. So if we go with number 2, and obviously we could also tweak it a little bit, but a male space engineer. All right, I guess let's start with, do we want to go with engineer or pilot? What do I feel like for this character? So it's going to be a little bit of a lone wolf character. I do like the idea of just like being a freelancer going around using his skills to just repair random shit, right? That seems like a fun character. Um, Solo versus, I guess it would be that versus, and how do I get, why is this regenerate response thing here? Oh, because I'm zoomed in too much. All right, we'll do it this way. Versus a solo cargo hauler using his knowledge of ship systems and experience navigating hazardous routes, which is also an interesting one. All right, maybe we'll try this. Combine number 2 and number 5. All right, here we go. Makes me think of a guy who was brought into work on specific systems used in terraforming, which perhaps also use similar mechanics to spacecraft. Nice to convert those skills over. 5 speaks to me because I always like to be cargo haulers in space games. Nice. All right, what do we got now? Did it literally just merge it, or no, it did change it a little bit. Nice. All right. So now, if we say, just simply telling the AI here, combine 2 and 5, it now outputs a male former military pilot who served in a space fleet before being forced to retire due to injuries sustained in a crash. He has since turned to using his technical expertise to work as a space engineer, using his skills to repair and maintain for various clients. Despite his solo work as a freelancer, he still possesses the strategic mind and quick reflexes that made him an effective pilot of the military, and is not afraid to use them if the situation calls for it. All right, so it definitely took the male pilot and the military space fleet aspect and kind of merged that together, and they're now calling him a military pilot, right? But it looks like, where's the engineering part of it though? Did they scrap that? Did I since turned to using his technical expertise? Okay, so now rather than being a space engineer, he had sustained the crash, or sustained injuries in the crash, turned to being a space engineer, and now uses his technical expertise to make repairs. Despite his solo work as a freelancer, still possesses the mind basically of the military pilot, and uses them when the situation. Okay, so this actually, I'm not against this. This is again a starting point, right? So a character introduction might showcase him as a more techie kind of lone wolfy, kind of solo guy. Excuse me. But if the situation calls for it, we start to see this kind of former military pilot mindset come out, right? I could see that. Secret space badass. Exactly, bro. Exactly. All right. That's not a bad idea at all. Also, I was thinking about this, but I do have some AI-based music that was created. Maybe we'll throw some of that up today as well. I wasn't really sure. If I should have music on during these, or if you guys prefer it with just kind of audio only and you can put your own music on. But yeah, if anyone's checking this out, leave a comment below. Do you guys prefer it with just audio only, or voice only, I should say? Or would you like to hear some music? Which I guess, again, it's the first episode. Why not? We'll put some music on. Why not? All right, hopefully it's not going to be too loud when I launch it. That's not too shabby. All right. So all the music that you guys are going to hear today will have originated from SoundRaw, which we had checked out yesterday when we did our little first look. So let me know what you guys think. Okay. So here, where are we going to go next with this? All right. Actually, it seems a little loud to me, but you let me know. I'm going to drop it a little bit. That seems okay. Excuse me, I got to blow my nose. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. So, where we go from here? Let's start with asking the AI, right? Now, to each their own. My goals here with this show is to really try to capitalize on what the AI is capable of and explore what it's capable of, as well as figuring out if the AI could come to some sort of usable conclusion with minimal kind of human intervention, right? The only intervention that we want to provide the AI is to help navigate it and maybe help orchestrate what the outputs are going to look like. Now, what you could do is some folks out there might find that this is already maybe an acceptable starting place. This might have given someone who maybe enjoys writing, for example, a good kind of starting point, right? Place to, what's the term? I don't know, but a place to start basically. So you could take, this simple little paragraph, and then like we were kind of talking about, start to elaborate on it and explore it and create a character on it. But I want to take it a step further and really push the AI to give us like, hey, I want you to be the AI to be the writer. I'm going to be the one telling the AI what I'm expecting, right? So from this description, right, let's redirect the AI and tell it what we want, right? So how to word it in a way where the AI hopefully will give us the results that we want. So let's see here. We'll say looks good, because the AI, in my belief here with the AI, is that it's not trying to have a conversation like you would with a human, but we do want to give it, much like they have the thumbs up, thumbs down, which is going to tell the AI logic, hey, this was a good response or a bad response, right? Which I think this is going to come more into play when it comes to the machine learning aspect of things, which you guys see on the little right side. I guess my cursor is hidden. But we want to give it some sort of affirmation that, hey, what you just put out was good. Let's continue along that line of thinking, right? So I'm going to start with saying that, okay, good. Now, let's see here. Now, write me a short character bio. Now write me a short character bio to the players. Yeah, because we're going to focus this around like a D&D campaign, right? This will be like an NPC, for example. Looks good. Now write me a short character bio to the players. The character is a traveling engineer, but secretly the character let's see here. How do I want to phrase this? To the players, the character is a traveling engineer, but secretly, but hidden. We'll actually say but their military background will be hidden for later use. Also, write me a bio for a game master to use secretly. I don't know if that's quite the right wording that we want to use here, but let's give that a try, right? So what we're going to ask the AI to do now is to transform what we have started with into a character bio, right? So I'm hoping it's going to output something a bit longer. We're going to say that the front, what's the word? The surface message of this character is going to be that he's the traveling engineer, which I'm hoping it still retains some of the information that it's already provided. And we're going to try to omit the military background, which will be used later. But because we are acting as maybe a game master who is looking for character ideas, we want a separate section that is going to provide us with some backstory, hidden information, right? So that's the idea. I'm not entirely sure. You know, maybe we'll save this for the next sentence here. We'll start with the character side for the players, and then we'll have the AI explore the secret stuff. So let's try that. Name, Jack Carter. Appearance, Jack is a rugged, no-nonsense man in his mid-30s. He has short, dark hair and a closely trimmed beard. Okay, I like that look. He has a strong build with scars on his face and hands from his time in the military and his work as an engineer. He often wears practical, durable clothing and carries a variety of tools on his belt. Personality. Ooh, this is actually getting really in-depth. Interesting. Okay. Look at that. So personality, Jack is a skilled and resourceful engineer, able to fix almost any problem with a spacecraft. He is an independent and self-sufficient. He is independent and self-sufficient, preferring to work alone rather than in a team. He is loyal to his clients and will go to great lengths to ensure their satisfaction. However, he can be gruff and quick to anger and has a tendency to keep to himself. So it's kind of your grumpy little engineer boy who's like, "Oh, leave me alone." It's like, "I'll do my work and my work is guaranteed, but shut the fuck up." That's what I'm thinking here. Backstory, Jack served in the military as a pilot. Okay, so it's already including a lot of the military background stuff. So Jack served in the military as a pilot before being forced to retire due to injuries sustained in a crash. Which, you know what, that alone is not the end of the world, right? Like a little tease being like, oh, you know, he has a backstory as a military pilot, but hey, maybe he doesn't like talking about it, right? But when a fight breaks out, it's like, oh shit, he's John Wick, right? But oh, excuse me. He has since turned to using his technical expertise to work as a freelancer, traveling from planet to planet to take on various engineering jobs. He keeps his military background a secret, not wanting to be reminded of the past or be seen as someone who relies on their past to get ahead. Okay, I feel like it's a little bit weak, but we could always elaborate on it. All right, how do we want to change this? Jack Carter, John Wick, Jack. Oh, you're right. Actually, what's the other one? Carter. There was a. Wasn't there already a character named Carter? What was it? Maybe I'm thinking, but no, yeah, you're right, dude. Yeah, there's definitely that vibe going on, isn't there? Now, obviously, Captain Carter from Marvel. Yeah, Carter from Marvel. Who else? I feel like there's another C character from a movie that was like a secret badass from Earth that ended up somewhere else, but maybe I'm mixing up names. But now obviously, right, as a GM or as someone looking for some character idea, the fact that it included the appearance and personality is interesting to me because I didn't really ask for it. So I guess by asking for making a character bio, it translated that being like, oh, there must be some appearance, personality, backstory, which would be helpful here. So I don't know if this will be consistent every time we do this. We might get some different results, but this is good. This is a good start, right? This is a place to start. Gives you a lot of good ideas. And if you're, especially if you're having like a writer's block, or if you're struggling, like, you know, some keywords, but you don't really have the inspiration to go and write down a whole paragraph or two, or pages or two, this is a good way to at least get some kind of a conversation rolling, even if it's against an AI, right? Because as much as I do enjoy the idea of character creation with a collaborative kind of effort between a player and a GM, or even amongst GMs, it's something that I find doesn't really happen as often as I think it should. Right? So if you maybe don't have that opportunity, well, interacting with an AI might be a place to start, right? Gives you kind of the it might also give you some insight to like what to expect, right? This music here is getting a little serious. Oh boy. Actually, I think this, after the audio, it changes a little bit. All right, so appearance-wise though, do we like the appearance part? Let's start with that. So, a rugged, no-nonsense man, mid-30s, short dark hair, closely trimmed beard, strong build, scars on face, hands from time in military, works as engineer. Wears practical, durable clothing, carries a variety of tools. That seems solid to me. I actually like that a lot, right? Kind of visualizing him in my head. Pretty clean, no nonsense. Maybe carries an axe over his shoulder, I don't know. But having some tools on his belt because he's currently an engineer. And, alright, I gotta turn this music down a smudge more. Certain tracks are obviously gonna be a little louder than others, right? I wish I could, like, control it more. I want to get it down to... This is good. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay with the appearance. So personality-wise, let's look at that. Skilled and resourceful engineer, able to fix almost any problem. Independent, self-sufficient, prefers working alone. Loyal to clients, great satisfaction. Okay, I definitely like this last area here, where he will get the job done, but the exchange is he has a short fuse, right? I do like that idea. All right. Independent, self-sufficient. All right, so you know what? This one above it also looks pretty good. I'm not sure if I care for this line here. Skilled and resourceful engineer, able to fix almost any problem with a spacecraft. Do we want to specifically call out spacecraft? I guess we could simply just remove this section here and just say he's a skilled, resourceful engineer, able to fix almost any problem. Because although you know, his engineering expertise might be tied to his past as a military pilot, right? That might be the way to look at it. So personality, yeah, we could probably work with that. Now the backstory, I feel like I have some problems with the backstory, but let's go over it again. So he served in the military as a pilot, forced to retire due to injuries, which this first sentence I think is fine. Since turned to his technical expertise to work as a freelancer, plan to plan, taking on various engineering jobs, which that part actually sounds fine. Keeps his military background secret. So this, I think this last sentence is where I have issue with it, right? Because I would think that this is something I would probably keep from players until maybe later on. So, but I guess the problem here, or not the problem, but the question here is, do we want to make any changes to it? Appearance, personality, backstory. Here, you know what? We'll try, give me, actually here, write in alternative variation. So here's the thing, right? Maybe I'm just like, you know what? There's something I'd like changed, but I'm not really sure what. Let's just have the AI make us a variation. Write an alternative variation, focusing more on engineering than military. Add a section for quote unquote secret or hidden. We'll actually say hidden backstory. Hidden backstory focusing on military pilot past experience. Yeah, so yeah, we'll do that. So we'll say, write me an alternative that focuses more on engineering than military. So we're gonna try and oh my god, that word. We're gonna omit some of the military stuff that's been mentioned, and then we're gonna add a hidden backstory, or I guess hidden backstory, secret backstory, focusing on military pilot past experience. Let's see what that does. Oh, hold up. It made me a complete alternative. it actually completely flipped it around. So now we're looking at a female, apparently. All right. This might not be a bad idea though, because I can probably have it revert the name. But let's see specifically what it says here, and then we'll address it from there. Oh, nice. Okay, so it actually did add a proper hidden backstory section. It definitely does seem to be a bit more in-depth, but we'll go ahead and read it through once it's done. All right, let's see what it's done here. So now we're looking at Samantha Sam Jones. Sam is a tall, athletic woman in her late 20s with short blonde hair and piercing green eyes. She has a no-nonsense attitude and a practical sense of style, often wearing coveralls or cargo pants with a tool belt. She has a few scars on her hands and forearms from her work as an engineer. Okay, so very engineer-focused. But yeah, I don't know. I should have specifically said like using the same male character and name. I'm not really sure, but I have an idea of how we can maybe revert it if we like what it put here. So personality, right? Sam is a brilliant and ambitious engineer with a particular expertise in spacecraft design and repair. She is highly skilled and always looking to learn more, often poring over technical manuals in her spare time. Despite her intelligence, she can be brash and impulsive, sometimes acting before thinking through all the consequences. She is fiercely independent and doesn't like being told what to do, but she is also fiercely loyal to those she considers friends. Okay, so a bit more of a personal, I think, character versus more of a generic kind of NPC vibe that I got from earlier. This might be really good for, say, a player character. Backstory. Sam grew up on a space station where she developed a love for all things mechanical and a desire to explore the galaxy. She studied engineering in college and took a job with a major spacecraft manufacturer, rising through the ranks to become a lead engineer. She left the company to strike out on her own as a freelance engineer, traveling from planet to planet to take on various projects. Okay. So a little more loose as far as concept goes, I would say. Hidden backstory. Before becoming an engineer, Sam served in the military as a pilot. She was one of the best in her class, with quick reflexes and almost... What is that? What is that word? I don't. This is a new word for me. What the hell? Preternatural. Preternatural? Man, surprising what is normal. Oh, man. Okay, well, we're learning new words today, too, apparently. Preternatural. Preternatural? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not even sure. But ability to navigate through even the most dangerous space conditions. She left the military under mysterious circumstances and has since tried to put her past behind her, not wanting to be defined by her military experience. However, she still possesses skills and training that made her an effective pilot and will use it if the situation demands it. Okay, interesting. Now, I'm not a fan of the AI going as far as giving me a complete alternative. Let's see here. Revert the character back to Jack, but add the hidden backstory for his bio. Revert back to Jack, but add the hidden backstory section. Do we want to keep anything? Revert details back to Jack. Back to... Actually, no, we'll say use the previous character, including name, including... You know, let's just say use the previous character and add a... We'll say not the, but a hidden backstory for him. We'll try that. Yeah, okay, good. So see, it does go just right back to the previous. So the question here is going to be, what's it going to add for hidden backstory for Jack? Let's see what it does. Oh man, I hope I'm not getting sick. I'd be so sad if I got sick already. Okay, so carries a variety of tools, quick to anger. Okay, so it looks like it's kept pretty much all the same information. If we want to hide some of the military stuff, we'll probably just do that on our own, maybe later, for example. But the hidden backstory, let's see what the hidden backstory says. Before his career as a pilot, Jack was a member of a top secret military unit that specialized in covert ops in deep space. Ooh, I like that already. He completed countless missions for the unit, earning a reputation as one of the most skilled and reliable operatives in the fleet. However, he eventually grew tired of the constant secrecy and danger and decided to leave the military to forge his own path as an engineer. He still possesses the training and skills he gained as a member of the covert unit and will use them if the situation calls for it. All right, now up here, where was it? Under backstory? Forced to retire. Okay, so we already have a bit of a conflict, right? So the AI said that he was forced to retire due to injuries, and down here it says he grew tired of the secrecy and danger. Now, I guess we could throw a spin on it and say that, hey, his backstory is he got injured and he left, but maybe it's one of those situations where it's like the players look at this character, it's like, oh wait, like you don't seem injured. Like, where is he injured? His body looks fine. He has maybe a few scars, fine, but that could be from a deeper backstory, right? And then the the anticlimactic hidden backstory is like, no, I just got tired of it. That's an idea. That's an idea. I might actually, yeah, that seems like a usable place to start. All right. Secrets could also work well. Secrets. What are secrets? Oh man. Actually, Azamiel, since you're here hanging out, this is an idea I had, but if you like what we're doing here, I entertain the idea of maybe bringing on a few people to do something similar in more of like a collaborative fashion, right? So again, because I'm going to be continuing to explore this kind of explore AI concept and series, it would be, I think, neat if I got maybe some artists that would be interested in exploring AI, sharing their thoughts. But from your perspective, I know you are a D&D guy. Maybe maybe you'd have an idea or two that you'd like to explore using these tools, right? And if you missed yesterday's, well, we also have some artwork that we're going to be using that is AI generated that we'll look at here in a little bit. So how do we feel about this bio? This bio, I think, overall is a great starting point. I think we have a lot of good info here. I think what we want to do now is let's start getting like a proper vibe for what this character is going to look like, right? So Jack is a rugged... Okay, let's see here. Short... All right, we're going to make a new... We're going to start a new chat because here's the problem that I have, right? We could actually... Here, we'll start a new chat and I'll show the differences of what that means. So let's just copy and paste the name and appearance into a new chat window. Sounds like Jack Carter is a tough and experienced individual with military engineering background. He likely values practicality and efficiency and is probably skilled at fixing and working with machines. Is there anything you'd like to know? Okay, so what I want to do next is I want to condense the appearance to be a concise paragraph of keywords. Condense the appearance details to be a short and concise paragraph of keywords only. And you guys will see why. Mid-30s, rugged, no nonsense, short dark hair, trim beard, strong build, scars, military and engineering background, practical, durable clothing, carries tools. Okay, that is a good start. Now, let's take the same prompt, right? Condense the appearance details to short and concise paragraph of keywords. Let's see what it does if I did it in the same thread, right? My expectation is it's going to be a little different, but ooh, no, it actually did its job properly. All right, either I'm getting better at using AI or it's trolling me. All right, I know in some of my past experimenting, there was a chance that it was going to shorten appearance, but it was also going to then output everything else as part of the prompt, as part of the response, right? So we wanted to avoid that, but no, looks like we got, is it pretty much the same? Let's actually compare. Let's compare. All right, a rugged mid-30s, short dark hair, trim beard, strong build, scars on face and hands, practical clothing, carries tools on belt. Okay, so already a bit of a different description. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to combine that. We're going to combine that. I think no nonsense doesn't really provide us with a good descriptor. So mid-30s, trim beard, strong build. I think I want to include the military and engineering background. Practical clothing. Okay. You know what's interesting is I think this description here is a bit more detailed, or at least not more detailed, but more usable for the purpose of artwork. I suppose the question here is whether, yeah, you know what, it must be using also the same information from maybe the remaining section. So you know what's fine, it's fine. We'll work with what we got. All right. So we got a keyword for his appearance. We have a little bit of backstory. We have a little bit more in-depth of quote unquote hidden backstory. And then we have some personality to build off of. So yeah, Jack Carter. This would be a good starting point for Jack. So it looks like we've been going for about 50 minutes. This is, I think we're about on track. So next up, we're going to be looking now at the AI art generation. Now, let me go ahead and swap over to our Discord for MidJourney. Now I wonder, is there a way to zoom in on Discord? I've never actually had a need to zoom in on Discord. Let me see here. Can you zoom in Discord? There must be a way to zoom in, right? Control plus, control minus. Well, that's the usual zoom in, zoom out buttons, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Oh wait, plus, oh, so maybe the wheel doesn't. Whoop, whoop, whoop. My bad, whoops. We clicked all the wrong buttons apparently. Well, let's drop back down here. All right, so control plus. Oh, nice. There we go. Here we go. All right. Got to be careful with those hotkeys. Yeah, no joke, right? My muscle memory kicked in. I wasn't even thinking about it. All right. Let's see. I think for the sake of future streams, let's actually switch over back to ChatGPT here. I think what I'll do in the near future is I'll actually add a separate window specifically for Discord, right? But what I could do in the meantime is... Whoops. Let's see here. I want to get a new Windows capture for Discord. Oh, it actually is doing things I don't want it to. Stop that. Discord. There we go. And the reason I wanted to do that with Discord here is so we can kind of focus on the Discord window. In more of, and I also want to be able to show you guys the prompts that I'm going to be putting in here. So this will probably be a better way of showing the Discord window. At least that's my thinking. All right, that I think is usable. Right, and then on top of what we have here, we'll make it a little larger so you guys can actually see the output. One last thing we need to do. Why did it move down again? There we go. Weird. Why is it cutting off some of it again? Let's see here. Did it reset? Oh, it kind of looks like it reset on me. What the heck? All right, hold on. Let's try that again. Come on, Discord. Stop giving me grief. Yeah, so with the zoom in, I think the zoom in helps quite a bit. There we go. Maybe a little bit smaller. That looks good enough. Yeah, that's usable. There we go. Beautiful. All right. So now, let's go ahead and we're going to take those keywords that we were looking at earlier, and we're going to go ahead and paste it right here and see what kind of character we're going to get out of this. So he's a rugged mid-30s, short dark hair, trim beard, strong build, scars on face, practical clothing, carries tools on belt. All right. So let's start with that. But also, also what I want to do is let's add a variation of that capitalizes on his military and engineering background, right? So maybe we'll do something very similar. All right, so while those are generating, let's actually get our next prompt here. Rugged mid-30s. Short dark hair, trim beard, strong build, scars on face and hands, practical clothing. Let's see here. Rugged mid-30s, ex-military pilot. Let's add that. And then let's add before maybe the tool belt. Also, I already messed up on my prompt here. I forgot to add the version 4. So rugged mid-30s, ex-military pilot, short dark hair, trim beard, strong build, scars on the face and hands, practical clothing, engineering attire? Engineering, what would make sense here? Ex-military pilot. Yeah, I'm a little worried that the ex-military and engineering is going to conflict and give us an interesting result, but it might be okay. Let's see here. Engineering profession. Let's go with that. Yeah, because he's currently an engineer. Oh, also, we forgot to add sci-fi themed. What else did we have in the description earlier? All right, we'll just add sci-fi themed and see what that does, and then version 4. All right, now the previous prompt definitely gave us a bit more of a fantasy vibe, doesn't it? Oh, and some of it's getting cut off. All right, hold on. Let's fix that. Yeah, the zoom in definitely changed the display a little bit here. Discord. Reset. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get it to just show. Yeah, I guess if I'm gonna do a full screen of the character, it does need to be full screen. Damn. All right, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. We'll get rid of this. We'll just use the Discord. Yeah, we'll just use the usual share. It's not a big deal. All right. Hopefully you guys can still see the prompt when we're typing it. Me next. What happened to his arm? Yikes. Oh, yeah. So what you're talking about the bottom left one, right? Yeah. So as much as AI art has come a long way, there's definitely some issues when it comes to certain details. Actually, even the top one, the top left one, seems to be a bit, he's got a bit of a weird bump in there. But yeah, these characters here are definitely a bit more fantasy vibe. I feel like he's a little sea shanty of sorts. Or not sea shanty. Something out of like Pirates or something. Or maybe even, what is it? What was his name from Beauty and the Beast? Was it Gaston? Yeah, even AI has problem with hands. That seems to be a recurring issue. But I think it's also because the AI isn't really trained to focus on the fine details like hands. It's really just more focused on like clearly it's more intelligent with face, right? And I think that has something to do with how AI most likely has some sort of like facial recognition type learning behind the scenes, right? If you think about it, even in today's technology, when it comes to like cell phones or cameras, right? There's a lot more technology around facial recognition and facial patterns than there are on hand patterns, right? So I think there is some strong correlation on the quote unquote tech side of it, and how the faces have come a long way versus whereas like things like hands and other body parts might be a little iffy, right? So now again, we forgot to include version 4, which gives a bit more of a detailed visual, but we also forgot to include sci-fi. We added military pilot, we added engineering profession, and what do we have here? I kind of like that first one already. He kind of seems like the no-nonsense type. I do think that the top right has a bit more intrigue as an NPC. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Bottom left, man, these guys are all pretty boys though. All right, so let's take that same prompt. Maybe go for some variation here. How can we, what are some ideas you guys might have for how we can change this? What are we missing here? Sci-fi themed, rugged. I don't know about you guys. I imagine someone a bit more rugged shell. Is shell shock the right word? Rugged. Yeah, the problem is it didn't really focus on the rugged at all. Colors and collar on the last one gives me Freeman vibes. Yeah, a little bit, right? A little bit. I could see that. Ex-military pilot, short dark hair, trim beard. I mean, overall, I guess it is building something similar. Strong, maybe strong, tough build is what I'm looking for. Because this is like an ex-military. Although if he's in his mid-30s, yeah, the first one is giving me definitely the ex-military vibe for sure. Scars on face and hand. It kind of omitted a lot of the scarring, but I also didn't look that carefully. All right, let's try upscaling the first one, see what it does. So by upscaling, it's going to give us a larger output. It also, because I'm running, at least I should be running, yeah, I'm running in relax mode, which might add some variation to it. It's not using up kind of prime time AI processing power, right? Scars on face and hand, practical clothing, engineering profession. Let's also, I don't know if the order of the keywords matters yet. I haven't quite seen any correlation. Let's try moving it to be engineering profession, ex-military pilot, tools on belt. Tools on belt, carries tools on belt, yeah. Let's try another prompt using that tweak and see what it comes up with. All right. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you're tuning in, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about AI and kind of this process and using AI tools for things like character creation or character ideas. I think tomorrow we're going to focus on maybe like a landscape rather than a character, unless you guys really, really enjoy the character side of things. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right. Definitely a little wonky as it's generating it. Based on kind of how it generates, man, I wonder how it's pulling all these all the different layering. All right, here we go. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I think I like these a little bit better. First guy looks like his hand is merged with something, and his head actually seems to also be a little something's going on there, but definitely has that sci-fi vibe. Second dude looks a little tired. Third dude here. Man, this looks like what a mugshot. I think the concept uses for this kind of stuff is really viable. Yeah, I think so. I think there's too many people who are trying to write it off because they have issue with the AI aspect of it, right? But if we want to also push for regulation, there needs to be some awareness around it as well, right? You can't really ignore it, but you can try to continue the conversation is at least my perspective of it all. And if we're going to have a conversation, we may as well make use of it, right? Let's see here. Second one, Republic Pilot. Yeah, a little bit. I see it, especially with the orange sleeves, right? It gives you kind of that vibe. Kind of like the fourth one, though. Definitely has the kind of traveling lone wolf engineer look for me. Face is a little cleaner. And being ex-military, you know, maybe he retains his kind of, hey, I got to keep my beard trimmed and my hair clean, unlike the top two here. Yeah, let's try upscaling the fourth one as well, see how that looks. Let's see, it looks like the upscaling's taking a little while. Definitely makes me think he's a guy that knows how to make use of storage space. Which one is that? Is that the... You're talking about the... Oh. Number 4, I figure out how to carry his whole life on his back. Right? Yeah, definitely. He has his own truck and everything. You're not allowed to track mud in his truck. No, maybe you are allowed to track mud. Who knows? Okay, yeah. All right, so we got... Oh, and actually, no, this BGM here, this track playing right now. This sounds like some character introduction stuff right here. All right, very cool. So it looks like the upscaling is actually taking some time. So we'll maybe come back to that. So in the meantime, let's swap back to... Where's my controls? There it is. Swap back to ChatGPT and see. All right, so we got a bit of a character idea. At least now we have a visual to kind of accompany the backstory. But yeah, this is what I'm thinking, right? With just and yeah, how much time has gone by? It's only been about an hour, and we've come up with essentially a concept for a character and art to accompany it, which might be used in, say, a D&D campaign, right? Or might be used as a starting point, or maybe a creative, like a writer or an artist, looking to start building out some ideas for what is going to define this character, right? Or in what direction different characters may go. Now, I think a problem that we might run into when it comes with AI is the AI's ability to retain information and build off of information like a human would, right? So this is obviously going to be where humans will be superior when it comes to consistency, right? I talked about this yesterday, where if, say, in a piece of artwork or concept art, you want to say, hey, based on the character that you've generated, right? If I want to say, okay, you gave me the frontal portrait view, now give me the character concept from the front, the back, with the, you know, highlights for the different tools, which might be used for like a game project or an artistic endeavor, right? AI art is going to probably fail pretty harshly there for now, at least for the foreseeable future. And the reason being is that every time you try to regenerate a new image, the AI logic rarely goes back to the previous image. Now, that said, sorry, I actually probably shouldn't have swapped back here. Let's come back to this window here. So you can already tell, right? This is the first one. So if we look at the first one, right? Pay attention to the background. If my first glance here is not mistaken, we're going to already notice with the upscaling that some variations have occurred, right? So if we come down here, yeah, can you tell? Can you see the difference? Background definitely looks more like a wreckage in this case, and his face is a bit more rugged looking, right? He actually has some dirt on it, and this one is using, yeah, definitely the first prompt. So just like the simple ability to give me a higher resolution, more detailed version of one of the images from earlier, AI already has made changes to it, right? So you can imagine if I was like, hey, this is a great character concept, I now want a whole concept spread, it's not going to be easy to pull that off, right? Now, what we could do is actually something a bit interesting, which with MidJourney, let's see if I remember how to do this. We could say prompt, and we could actually include the URL of the image itself. So it's now going to use that as a baseline. But let's just, for experiment's sake, say character concept, I guess character concept spread. I don't know if that's really the right terminology, but let's see what it makes. Let's see if it proves me wrong. So what we're doing now is we're saying, hey, take this image that you've generated and now convert it to some kind of a character concept spread. Let's see how it translates this keyword, right? Might take a couple minutes, but yeah, this is where I see today, at least, human effort is going to provide a lot more value for, say, a proper project. Now, what I think AI art can be used for is, say, hey, I'm going to generate, this will be like the character concept portrait, and then maybe I'll generate different equipment, different outfits, and then I would ask a human to merge those together and create a proper product, I guess you can call it. I don't like this track. I'm going to move it. Sounds too fantasy. All right. Also, we now have the second image upscale. Let's take another look at the original. So the original definitely has some like mixed ethnicity background. We got some smoke and some embers or something. Definitely some good lighting around the shoulders in particular. And if we look at the output, yeah, do you guys see it? You see the differences? The ethnicity seems to have been removed. The hair seems a bit more messy compared to the original. And then we also see the embers and the smoke in the background has changed a bit too. I'm sure if we did a comparison side by side, we'd probably notice the outfit probably has a few variations with it. But you know what? Overall, I'm liking this guy here. I think this guy fits kind of the description and the attitude. Like, he even has that kind of 1,000 yard stare thing going on. So maybe he's been through some shit. He's seen some stuff. He's a kind of covert, part of a covert space fleet, right? So a bit more, I guess, covertly dressed. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking it. I definitely think this guy looked a little bit better with the mixed ethnicity appearance that this guy had. Yeah, his hair definitely got a little bit sloppier on the left side. And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely feel like he got whiter. Right? Did he? Yeah, I feel like he got a little whiter. I don't know. All right, let's see. It looks like the other output's done too. Right, so if you look now, right, I tried to say, hey, build out a character concept, and unfortunately, it's gone in all sorts of directions with it, right? So although the vibe of the character and his outfit is remembered, now we're getting to a point where it's like, well, the background character has nothing to do with the character in the foreground, right? And this is, again, the problem with the AI, where it's taking sources and concepts from somewhere. Now, where the forward character might be using the same character that, or at least the rough outline of the character that we had provided from the earlier output, everything else in the background is only pulling like the minimal aesthetic kind of coloring or maybe some highlights. I mean, hell, they can't even get the gender matching appropriately, as you can tell. So this is where I think AI versus human interaction is going to draw a big line, right? So you can use AI to say, again, this is kind of the vibe of the character, the look, the outfit, his facial features. I want now a human to go out and flesh out these details. Or if you're an artist, right, you can then flesh out the details in your style is where I see this going. So I think there's a lot of value there, right? And obviously for the purposes of, say, like a D&D campaign, where, again, for us on the channel, we do our Horizon Exploration campaign. Maybe we'll see this character appear one day, you know? We'll see what happens. But I think we are roughly about time. Let's go ahead and pop back up here. So yeah, let's chit chat for a little bit. We'll actually kill the BGM because we got our own Oh wait, no, I don't have my own BGM playing. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to be wrapping up here probably real soon. So this is the idea, right? With the Exploring AI series, we're going to be doing this Monday through Friday is the idea. I think yesterday I misspoke and said every day. We are not doing it every day, but Monday through Friday. The goal was to be available at 9 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and for some reason that completely didn't happen today. So apologies for that. But we did make it to 11, which is, gosh, what is 11? 2 p.m. Eastern, I believe. But yeah, generally what we'll do is we'll do one of these sessions for about an hour to 2 hours. We'll take a break. We'll come back maybe a few hours later. We'll do a second one. Depending on what time we start, we might even do a third. For today, we're only going to do, I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking if you want to see me do another one, go and spam me on Twitter. But I think today, because we will be doing our evening streams an hour earlier as we join Vector Spaceman on his podcast talk show tonight, we're probably going to just do this one, right? Tomorrow, again, my goal is to try to be here at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. If it doesn't happen, we'll probably do it around the same time that we started today. And as we continue this series, right, we're going to do one concept and then we're going to move on. What up, Kieran? Good to see you. We're actually wrapping up. So if you want to see kind of the character that we had created, you're going to have to watch the video as it gets uploaded right after the stream ends. But to give you a little sneak peek, we got this guy created here, Jack Carter. And what I'm looking forward to doing is taking kind of the backstory and the artwork and maybe making a short little AI inspired character introduction video, right? Is kind of the idea. So we got our character that we've made through MidJourney, which is the tool that we're going to be leveraging. And then we also through our ChatGPT, right, text-based, we have an entire backstory for the character that has been made as well. So that is the idea. And we will, again, probably not be doing another stream today. This will probably be the only one for today. But if you like the series, yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what direction you think we should go into. If you like what we had done and you want to maybe share some ideas for a character idea, leave a comment. Maybe we'll take your ideas in our next episode. And again, we're only doing one concept for every session that we do. And we might have 1 to 3 sessions a day as we continue to kind of grow this series and experiment with the AI and try out different ideas and create different characters and create different environments, create different maybe objects. There's a lot of directions that we can go into, right? And obviously, as part of the series, if you are, say, a fan of D&D, or if you do tabletop RPG and you see the series and is like, hey, that's a cool concept, you're welcome to borrow the concept, right? And if you're an artist and you feel like your art has been inappropriately leveraged by the AI, do leave me a comment or send me a direct message. You can find me obviously on Twitter, and you could also find my email in the About section on YouTube. So our goals here is to use AI as a tool, as a reference, and in practical ways that are used for greater creative endeavors rather than trying to capitalize on AI output as product, right? I think that is the more ethical way of handling and approaching AI, and we look forward to continuing that as we move forward. So yeah, Kieran, if you like what we're doing here and and if you like the video, let me know what you think and maybe share it with your friends and drop an idea, and we'll maybe explore that next time. So yeah, keep an eye out. If we do another episode today, you'll obviously see the announcement on YouTube. You'll see the announcement go out on the Twitter. If we do another one, it'll be like in 2 to 3 hours. So keep an eye out for that. I feel like we're probably not going to do that because in about 4.5 hours from now is when we are going to be joining Vector Spaceman for his talk show interview or talk show podcast. and that'll be on Twitch. Links will be again on our socials and whatnot. I don't know if I'll be streaming my perspective of it. I think I will ask Vector how he wants to handle these shows moving forward. I know the first one we had kind of shared our perspective just to have the record of it. But you know, it's a talk show, it's a podcast. It's really just a conversation. You're going to get the same take either way. And Vector does also have his own YouTube, so we obviously want to support that, right? But yeah, keep an eye out. First session from here on out, Monday through Thursday, excuse me, is planned for 9 a.m. Pacific, or 9 a.m. Yeah, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. I missed it this morning, unfortunately. So again, I apologize again, but that is the goal. And every couple hours, we're going to do another concept. So yeah, leave a concept idea. We might take it. If you enjoy the interaction, join us live, drop some comments in the chat, and then maybe you'll get some input on the next concept we create. So with that, thank you, everybody. This has been Dregn Durant of the Yasuhiro 0088, and this has been our first episode of Exploring AI, and we look forward to doing more with you all. So with that, have a great one, everyone. Enjoy your day, enjoy your evening, wherever you may be, and we will catch you next time. Take it easy.